Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm back again as JC with Wedge Concepts. And in this video, I'm just going to go over and explain why I believe your credit score is really important. Okay? So let's get right to it. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you stopping by again to learn a little bit of something, just to listen from me, I guess. Who really cares, right? But in this video, I wanted to go over why your credit score is important. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's just so many videos on how to boost your score, how to get 100 points in 30 days, how to get an 800 score. And your score is important. It's not as important as you think it is, or it may not be as important the way you think it is. But it's definitely important. So I'm just going to go over a few reasons why I believe it's important. So the first thing is that credit can actually determine, having good credit can determine where you're going to live. I'm not even talking about when you are applying for an apartment. I mean, when you go for a home loan, depending on how much money you get as far as a mortgage, can determine what neighborhood you live in, what schools your kids go to. So having a good credit score can really impact where you live. The second thing, which is probably pretty straightforward, is when it comes to cars and auto loans, the credit cards interest rates. Because obviously people who tend to have higher credit scores are going to have lower interest rates when it comes to big purchases like your auto loans, even your credit cards, which can also impact your limit depending on your credit score, as well as your mortgage. And when you're talking about $400,000, $500,000 for a mortgage, you know, being able to get in at 2.3% or 2.7, that's going to put some money in your pocket. Those percentages definitely add up. Oh, yeah. So I got my notes right here. Employers now, I mean, like, for real, like, why does an employer need to pull a credit report before they hire you? I mean, I get it, right? So if you work for, if you're going to be a teller or you work at a bank, some kind of financial institution where they want to figure out if you can be trusted around some money, I get that. But why do you have to do a soft pull on my credit report just so I can get the job? I mean, criminal background, I get. Credit report, I don't understand. Well, the federal government, I get. Yeah, because for a clearance, you got to do your credit background. So the point is that your credit score is important when it comes to employment. You also got to look at if you ever decide to open up your own business. And when it comes down to business credit and business loans, and I'm going to do a whole series when we start talking about business credits and business loans, because, having your own business is crazy. You got to do it. Okay. But when you start a business and you need to get business credit cards or get some kind of business loan, if your business does not have any revenue because it's new, then they're going to go off of your personal credit. So if your personal credit is on point, then they'll extend credit to you on the business side. So that's another reason why your credit score is important. And the last thing I believe that your credit score is important, or how you can use it to your benefit, is because it really can help you live a little more comfortably. Let me give you an example. Let's say a pandemic happens and everything is shut down. You're still working, but you're not working, like the normal hours that you normally would. Right around the holidays, you got 3 kids. They're struggling in school because no one is doing well with these online classes and this new math that they're teaching these kids these days. Like you do it from the left to the right instead of the multiplication from the left to the right instead of from the right to the left. I don't know. I don't understand that. I do understand it, but I don't know why they changed it. Any rate, if your credit is spot on, even if you're not working, your bank, your lender, your credit union will give you a holiday loan, $5,000, $10,000, just so you can have a decent Christmas. I've seen loans where starting right after October, you can get $5,000 as a holiday loan starting November 1st, and you don't even have to make your first payment until March 1st. That's pretty dope. But you're not going to get that if you don't have, a high credit score. And that's why your score is important, right? I think that, back in the day, and I'm talking 50, 60 years, you could be able to walk into a bank, give them a handshake. They would talk to your boss to see if you were a good employee, how long you've been there, and they will give you a loan. They will give you credit. They'll help you get a house. Now, of course, I'm speaking on a particular demographic, okay? Because there's another demographic where it didn't matter if you had all that, you still couldn't get a house 50 years ago. But the point still remains that that day is over. And, more importantly, matter of fact, what I think is most important is when you think about credit and your credit score, everything is automated now. So when you go to complete an application, whether it be a credit card application or a mortgage, and it goes to the underwriting, they're going to look at your application, and they have the algorithms that's going to spit out whether you're approved or not and what the limit is. So it's not like someone is actually going to sit down and get to know you to figure out, are you a good person? Can we extend credit to you? That thing spits right through the system. It's automated. You got a 720 or above, you're going to be in good shape. I mean, a 740 would be ideal. Anything above a 680 is getting there, but 720, anything above 700 is good. I think I just said like every number. So 680 is a good starting place. Above 720 is better. All right. Now, I'm going to do a video as well as to why your credit score is not important. But let's just be honest. Okay, this is 2020. Unless you really have like that money where you don't have to use credit, then by all means, forget the credit score, forget credit. I mean, if you can just go to a dealership, drop the duffel bag, say, hey, $40,000, I want that car. Sure, why not? But the average person, the majority of people, they don't live like that. Maybe the best that we can do is we can go to Eastern Motors, where your job's your credit, and you get that crazy APR, get 23% on the auto loan, but you'll be able to drive away without having good credit, where your job's your credit. So again, your credit score is very important. It's going to determine where you live, what types of loans you get, interest rates. It can impact your employment. And, if you decide to go on the business side, then you definitely want to be able to make sure that you can get those business loans by doing a personal guarantee. And I can't wait to talk about that. But so go ahead and do me a favor. Do not subscribe. Do not do the thumbs up. Just go ahead, teach somebody something that you learn. Look at your credit score, pull your reports, just see where you are, and that's all that I need. All right? Do that for me, and let's build together. Okay? Later.